$3,000 for our Chantel thing for your neck. But we decided that Chantel will not work on your neck. We have a cement truck outside for that. But we got to do it around your eyes and your nose. But we come here to buy time. We got cash, 30 grand.
Give me the money.
Worth of advertising.
Give me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money before we talk about the product.
No, very serious. Joey?
It's 6 minutes after the hour here in the Iverson Morning Program.
Yes, money.
Well, no, I don't. Well, where's the money?
We gave it to Joel Hollander.
Joel Hollander. And we also come here to show our support for Joel Hollander because I don't like this checker chump from Madison Square Garden dissing my man Joel. Because I think what Joel did
Joel's a
was
weasel.
Joel's
a weasel, but we are on his side. I agree.
We're here to show our support, and if this checker chump's got a problem, me and Pots and Pans will go down to the Garden and explain it to him.
Well, I don't think we need to threaten.
We don't need to explain it to him.
And we would talk to him in a viral type sense.
I understand that.
And I was listening to you this morning.
What happened to your hair?
What do you mean? It's growing like
Not
growing, huh?
It's
growing, ain't it? Nice.
No, but I don't know. It looks like some kind of Marine Corps recruit haircut you got.
But it's more executive. We moved the new office over there in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Payne Webb is my client. Yeah. All the good people are my clients now, so I got to look very.
We don't have time for any of this.
Executive.
We don't have time for any of this.
But I come here to discuss some world issues about Alice the Ghoul.
We'll discuss them.
Alice the Ghoul. What's her name there? The Attorney General. If that doesn't look like Alice the Ghoul, I don't know who does. No, remember Alice the Ghoul, the cartoon?
Yeah, I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
But seriously, seriously, we just come here because we've now come here with the check.
Well, fine.
We'll get you involved in the,
I don't want to be involved with this cheesy product of yours. We'll simply take your money and we'll
Chuck,
advertise.
Does your wife use this, Chuck?
Yes.
And what happened? What does your wife say?
She is.
What are we talking
about
here?
We're talking about Chantel with the electricism. What do they call that stuff?
The Ethicin.
Elasticity.
Joey is a complete total gangster, and this stuff is junk. And we'll take your money.
This is
it doesn't do anything. This stuff does. What is it now? It's skin treatment.
Skin treatment.
Well, this is ridiculous.
This little vial here.
This little vial.
Twice a day around those eyes.
I don't get my eyes are fine.
Seriously, we gave up on your neck.
My neck is fine.
Really, that's cadavitaceous.
And you're stupiditacious.
Hey, how good was my actress, your wife, this morning? She was
pretty
great.
Cute, wasn't she?
Wow, I tell you, I'm serious.
Yeah, she was good.
She had all the eye expression, the very emotional-tacious. Yeah, very. I'm very serious. She's a very fine actress.
She's
coming out in a big movie coming out in February. Bo Dietl. We changed the title. No more one tough cop. There's a lot of tough cops, but Bo Dietl is only one like that, right?
Bo's talking about my wife, Deidre Colbin, who's in this edition of Silk Stockings, which is they're rerunning the season premiere Sunday night.
Yeah.
At I think midnight on USA, and we played a clip earlier this morning.
She looked fabulous.
She is good.
Yeah, she really was.
Thank God, by the way.
As an actor,
how embarrassing would that be?
Oh man,
what if she sucked?
As an actor, I've been in 10 movies. Right. I see the vitality.
We could have gotten her a bigger part in your movie. By the way,
no, we only did that last minute, Bo.
I understand.
So there's more to come.
You're Bo. I'm not Bo.
Oh, you're Bo.
You notice what he does?
Man,
he calls everybody Bo.
What is it with that?
Well, it's better than me calling you other things. No?
Well, you do that too. So.
But we really.
Why do you both of you gangsters? Well, you're not a gangster, but you are. Why do you both have these? What's a dark glasses deal here?
Because
we
saw yours.
Okay.
You wear them,
money, so we went out.
Now we're like at Rayo's. All we need to do is order some calamari and kill somebody.
No. You go with my restaurant. You love the sauce.
Please don't shoot Bo from the back on MSNBC because his head looks like a sand trap.
Excuse me, that shows masculinity, virility, and all that other good stuff.
Right, so.
Hey, you know what?
You're going to
yeah.
I'm sorry, Bo.
I'm sorry. You asking the question about the president, how they would be able.
Aren't you one of the most prominent private investigators in the country?
Yes, sir.
With one of the largest, most successful private investigation firms in the country, dealing in all of the providing security and investigation for a number of leading corporations in America.
Yeah, including Payne Webber, my new one.
Right. Look at you. You show up with him with this skin junk.
Joey used to be the vice president of Fabergé.
We know what Joey used to be.
No.
Joey used to set off the firecrackers out there before Johnny went to the can. That's what we're talking about. So just, I'm kidding, don't you?
I know.
Just a little mafia job
That's a
humor?
little joke, I know.
Absolutely. No.
But I know where you live.
So what are you taking your gun out for? What are you, nuts?
No, that wasn't my gun.
Well, what is that? Jesus God. It's 11 minutes after the hour. What do you two want?
We definitely want you to try the product, use the product. We really think we can help you. But Chantel Ethison is going to be in every Dwayne Reed store and every
Have you
Rite Aid
bought any
store.
time on the program?
We have bought time, and we're going to buy it big time if
Okay.
you sell the product.
Oh, well, I'll be happy to try to sell it, but I mean, I don't know what to use it on. It's a
I can tell you what to use. Is something that's shriveled up all the time.
Peyronie's what?
This adds elasticity. You don't want that.
Do you take your glasses off, please?
Yeah, but how-
Do you use it?
Yeah, look.
Look at you.
I've been using it for
He got rid of the shoe polish. Remember, he used to have the black mustache.
How old are you?
90.
57.
90.
You're 57.
Every-
57.
You look pretty good.
Yes, he
I've been
does.
using
He's
it
a
for 2
handsome-looking man.
But you do have some. You have some wrinkles and bags under your eye. Do you drink?
Yes.
You do. Well, that's
Little
what it
red
is.
wine every once in a while. with
How much
gold.
wine did you drink last night?
Well, I was at Tony May's place, so I had
There you
about.
go.
I had a bottle.
That's what it is.
But I eat
If you
about
weren't
20
drinking,
vitamins in it.
if you weren't drinking, you wouldn't have any wrinkles.
Is that right?
Yeah, but you have a cup. It makes your eyes puff up.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
honest with you. You guys are the same age. He's got less
He's
wrinkles
younger
than
than I
you,
am.
Joe.
He's younger than
No,
I.
he's 56, right? You're 56?
52.
Yeah,
52.
you're 52. Yeah,
Yes.
right.
I used to be 57 last year.
It's 22. Well, thank you very much
My
for the.
pleasure.
Thank you for buying the time.
We
I do.
do.
I actually mean that.
Honestly.
Well,
And we
what
do
do we
have it
try?
right.
Does your wife use this?
You want to know the truth?
Yes.
It is. She thinks it's the best. Honest to God, she thinks it's the best facial product she's ever had.
Wow.
Period.
Wow.
Is that an
wow.
endorsement?
That's a
Who's
Chuck.
got more credibility than Chuck?
No, Chuck
No.
is-
That's. I have no credibility. Mrs. McCord
Mrs.
has some
McCord.
credibility
How did
That's-
she discover this?
because Joy
gave-
Pots and Pans
Gave
said,
it to you.
The
Yeah.
real
Oh
name
no,
is
he
Joe
did
DeCamera.
absolutely. He said take this home to Connie and let her and see what she thinks of it.
Right, exactly.
She thinks it's fabulous.
Of course, my wife is 14 years old. If she had any wrinkles, I get
Oh,
her
she
to
doesn't.
try it.
Your wife
Day
doesn't
after
need it.
30,
I mean,
she
that's
has to
silly.
use it.
You know what?
You know what? I'm going to take it. I'll tell you what. I'll show it to Deidre and see what she says.
You know what else? As
All
we
natural
sign
ingredients.
off, Don, I came here today for a couple of reasons
Yeah.
too. Because all week, I mean, you had this one guy on Monday morning. I almost crashed my car on the FDR drive.
Sammy already.
And then that other young lady you had on, what was that?
Lori Morgan.
Yeah,
Lori
yeah,
Morgan.
right.
Not a
You
great
were really
guest.
going downhill. And the best thing that happened
know.
here was Joel Hollander bringing the epitomization of WFAM to one of the top newspapers on the cover. Let me tell you something. As long as they spell it right, WFAN.
Well, first of all, it was an idiotic
Why?
move. Well,
Why?
let me just say this.
Yeah.
It was an idiotic move on the part of Joel Hollander
I don't think
to
so.
talk to Marv Albert. No, I'm just telling you what I
Okay.
think. But
But-
Joel privately has acknowledged that. However, what Dave Checketts out of this phony over there at Madison Square Garden ought to worry about. What Mr. Checketts should do is to, for once, be honest about lowballing Mark Messier and start running that garden better and start providing security when they have these sporting events and butt out of it. We don't need Dave Checketts' cheap little cheesy
Yeah, that was a-
comments
that was a
about
terrible
whatever
comment.
about what Joel Hollander was doing. Joel Hollander didn't have any malicious intent. He made a bad decision, in my estimation, by talking to Marv Albert, and I told him that. And he didn't ask me before he talked to him. Had Mr. Hollander spoken to me prior to talking to Marv, he wouldn't have talked to him. We'd have let some time
I
go
could
by.
see the line.
But my information, but my advice for Dave Checketts is butt
Shut
out,
up,
you big
chump.
stupid Mormon, or we'll come over there and break your legs.
But listen to me. I can see the lineup. You could put Marv Alpert on, and then after that, you get rid of Mad Dog and the other one. And you put the Dominatrix broad on there with the whips and chains.
We're not gonna
And we
have
have
that.
Sports Race. She uses the cream. This one here. Look it. She uses Joe's cream.
She looks like a ghoul. Who is that? Who is that? Look at that. It looks like a...
Does she have a wrinkle in her face?
No, but I mean, it looks like...
Oh my God, that's that woman.
That's what we
whose
promised.
husband
Take it
doesn't want her to appear in the paper anymore because it scares children.
Does she have a wrinkle in her face?
No, but I mean,
No.
she looks like Charlie Watts' drum kit.
Oh man,
Well,
that's-
Don, thank you for the
You're quite
airtime. We're
welcome.
going to give the checks and the cash in the
All right.
back, and we'll see you soon, guys.
Very nice to see you.
Nice seeing you.
So,
You need anything, just give me a call, partner.
Bo Dietl and Joy Pots and Pans are in the Amazon program with their Chantel, what is it called? Chantel.
Chantel.
The skin treatment that your wife uses, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you know,
Your wife
just,
doesn't have
just
any
in a
ring?
regular facial regime.
I'm going to show it to Deidre, see what she says. It's a quarter after the hour here in the Imus Morning program. The Stones are going to be out at Giant Stadium tonight and tomorrow night.
They need that stuff.
Yes.
They need Chantel.
And legendary New York City rock and roll DJ Scott Muni, who holds forth over at WNEW-FM in the afternoon, is reporting live from Giant Stadium for us now. And here now from Giant Stadium, Scott Muni. Good morning, Mr. Muni.
Dono, I'm standing here in what will act as the Stones dressing room this evening. Normally it's the New York Giants locker room, so it's unclear if the array of illicit narcotics strewn about are part of the band's backstage rider or just left over from the team's last home game. The room's already filled with groupies awaiting the Stones' arrival. These fine ladies have been bussed over from the peaceful slumber rest home in Parsippany. Right now, they're helping themselves to the backstage catering, which is quite different on this tour than in past years. The Dom Perignon and Beluga have been replaced by cans of Ensure and a steam table of cream corn. Hi, ma'am. How are you? Well, aren't you sweet? Could you do me a favor, dear? Could you put your teeth back in for me? Really, I'm getting sick here. The identity of the opening act has been identified. It was to be the Foo Fighters, but I'm now told it will instead be the official Imus in the Morning comedy act, Rob Bartlett, and his Clydesdale team, the Bartletts, who coincidentally will be making their second New Jersey appearance this Saturday night at the Forum Theater in Metuchen, a slightly smaller venue than the one tonight. What? Can I get confirmation on this? Dono, Stones guitarist Ron Wood is here. I'm going to see if I can get a few words with... I'm sorry, it's B. Arthur. Well, she may be one of the Golden Girls, but tonight she's going to rock with the Stones live from Giant Stadium for the Bridges to Babylon tour. I'm Scott Muni. Imus in the Morning News.
I hope the Orioles will be inspired by their home crowd as much as the Braves were last night. The Atlanta fans treated to a national anthem by that happening group, the Atlanta Rhythm Section. And Atlanta native Jeff Foxworthy threw out the first pitch. It's a good tandem right there. So tonight at Camden Yards, the Giesenslaws will sing the national anthem. And Paula Corbin Jones will throw out the first pitch at Camden Yards.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the Morning.
I'm sorry.
That the FDA allows a certain amount of bug stuff in fruit. And,
Foreign matter, man. Just
but you do
lumpy
understand
bugs,
that once you know it's there.
that it bothers you.
Absolutely.
That's why you enjoy your coffee so much. You don't know what's in it.
There's a certain amount of foreign matter in your
And it differs every day.
but you can't taste it, can you? No.
Well, no, not to this point.
Because it appears in liquid form.
98.1 The Peak. WPEK.
Good morning. This is Chris Allen wanting to tell you about a company called MindSpring.
The winning hitter Tony Fernandez, two-out homer in the top of the 11th. Fernandez played because of a freak batting practice accident to second baseman Bip Roberts. Bip explained what happened.
I'm taking ground balls. Tony hits me a line drive. It hits me right in the thumb. Blows my thumb up. And he gets in the lineup and hits a home run to help us win the game. Wacky day. It's just a team of destiny. You the man. No, you the man. What you are. You the man. No. You're going to a World Series. Yeah, how's it feel? Because of you, baby. How's it feel? Not because of me, because of all of us. We're going. We are going.
Let's say they're happy.
I am happy about that, too, because we hate to fish. Oh, man.
So now you root for Cleveland.
Who will be favored in this?
I think it'd be pretty even.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
That is worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marquise Grissom yesterday for the Indians struck out 4 times and was promptly awarded with the Series MVP award. So we congratulate Marquise on a fabulous selection. World Series Game 1 on Saturday night. Boxing news, Mitch Blood Green has his victory over Mike Tyson. The heavyweight boxer won the court battle, suing Tyson for an '88 street fight. Yesterday, a jury awarded Mitch $45,000. He was asking for $25 million, so just a little shy of that. But Mitch was still celebrating.
I'm the people's champion. The people's side in my favor. I whoop Michelle. I beat Mike Tyson finally. I whooped Mike Tyson. Boot 10.
At $45,000, well, the attorneys will get most of it. So he'll wind up, and wait till that's explained to him, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'll wind up with maybe 10 grand out of the deal, which will disappear in 20 minutes.
Never mind, he turned down a settlement worth at least twice what he got. Blood's happy. That's all that matters. Mitch, after the verdict announced, was shadowboxing right in front of Tyson's face, going, "Homo, homo."
What did Mike did nothing, I guess.
Well, he just laughed at him.
Yeah. Cool. I was on jury duty when Mitch was down there,
Yeah.
It was in the same courthouse.
Absolutely.
And came right face to face with old Mitch, and man, there's nobody home there.
So I'm out there shadowboxing, right, I man?
Kind of like a couple of guests we've had here lately. You look into their eyes, and there's just nobody there.
Book him, Bernie. But Blood's not. I think he's going to stop boxing. He wants to go into acting. That's what he said after the verdict yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that'll be great.
Look out, Billy D.
Yeah, that's right. Look out, Billy D.
NFL news, Raiders have suspended cornerback Larry Brown for conduct detrimental to the team. In Brown's case, that probably meant his playing ability. But Coach Joe Bugles said he didn't suspend Brown to send a message.
It wasn't a message to the football team. Absolutely not. I don't think you deal in professional sports like that, sending messages.
Bugle not the only coach who does not believe in sending messages. Of course, we remember Bill Parcells felt the same way when asked the question, are you trying to send a message?
It isn't about messages. I love that one. I mean, I'm not being wise guy. There's no messages. I'm trying to win the game. It's not about a message. Message? This isn't any FTD florist operation we're doing.
Oh, you got to love the coach, don't you?
Sure.
Well, they're fired up for this Patriots game this Sunday, right?
Huge game Sunday.
Patriots win that by like 48-3. No question.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch me?
Are you doing the game?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, fabulous.
Who are you working with?
James Lofton.
Who is horrible.
Mitch wonderful.
Green of
It's not wonderful. It's horrible. The what?
Just go to this Mitch Blood Green of
The Mitch
broadcast.
Blood Green of broadcasting.
That was the fumble. I think he just scored another touchdown. Homo.
He's a Stanford grad,
He's
well-spoken.
an idiot.
He's astute analyst.
Affirmative action program, no doubt.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Man. Anyway, it's 28 after the hour. Do you have anything else?
No.
Well, get out of the studio. All right, here now, Media Watch, a short-tempered, ill-considered analysis of some region of our national media.
Born to be Imus in the morning.
How would you like to be able to read the morning newspaper in 10 minutes? Or polish off a novel on your lunch break? Or read all about your new computer in one evening? Think about that, because when you go through the new Reading Genius Home Study course, you'll read so much faster, you'll be astounded at how quickly you get to the last page. The Reading Genius Home Study course is easy, it's systematic, it takes just a few short hours, and anybody can do it. You'll read 200% faster than you do right now with better memory and comprehension, or your money back. That includes business publications, newspapers, novels, self-help books, even technical reading. This is the same reading technology that's been used by employees at Apple Computer and Hewlett-Packard and average readers who have become some of the world's fastest readers. Reading Genius improves your reading speed and memory by 200% or your money back. Call 1-800-480-5573. Again, that's 1-800-480-5573.
Imus!
98.1 The Peak.
Picked a good photograph. Well, called for a National Day of Atonement.
Right.
You're a black man.
Yes, I am.
Why are you here? Why aren't you home?
I think I can atone and still work.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Would it have anything to do with the fact you're making a couple $100,000 a year and don't want to blow the gig? Would that have something to do with it, Donovan?
No.
Well, it wouldn't.
No.
No.
Donovan's almost our leading salesman, right?
I'm the local sales manager.
Or is the leading salesman? You are the leading salesman. Okay, he's the most successful salesman at the most successful radio station in America.
Says a lot.
Yeah. A black man. Donovan, what's your last name?
Welsh.
How
Like
long
the
have we
grape drink.
How long have we known each other?
8.5 years.
8.5 years.
It's the longest conversation you've ever had right here and now.
Gotta be stopped now.
That is not true, is it, Donovan?
What do you want? Get out.
Hear him.
That's not true.
Oh, come on, please.
No, Donovan is in my office twice a week with clients.
Absolutely.
And it's what do you want? Get out.
He was there yesterday with the people from...
And the day before.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The people yesterday, the milk people.
Milk people, farmland.
The farmland milk people, they have this, what's it called, special edition or whatever it is?
Skim Plus.
You know, fabulous. This 100% fat-free milk.
They have 100% fat-free, and then they have a low-fat. They have both.
Yeah, but the 100% fat-free doesn't even it tastes like milk.
It's unbelievable.
Doesn't taste like that watery
It
stuff.
does not taste as though it were skim milk, for example.
Are there other
At all.
African Americans at the radio station today?
Yes, there is.
So nobody took off.
No, they're all in the meeting right now.
They're all in a meeting.
Yeah, they're all here.
Plotting against the white people, right?
No, they're in the meeting with the white people.
Oh, they're with the white people?
Yes.
Okay.
This is probably not good for them because if Farrakhan finds out, we'll probably got a little problem.
Well, I don't know.
Tell me your Jew boss made you come in.
You
couldn't help
That's what we will
The
tell Minister Farrakhan.
bloodsuckers made you come in.
Your Jew boss made you come to work.
I told you it was a gutter religion.
Thank you very much, Donovan.
You the man.
Donovan Walsh here, the premier salesman at the
Right.
radio station, the most financially successful radio station in the country. It is 19 minutes till the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program. Tomorrow, Bill Geist, and from CBS News, Bill Geist's new book's called The Big 5-0, which is a laugh out loud scream. Little anecdotes and essays and observations about turning 50.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Geist will be here to discuss whatever he wants to discuss.
All righty.
We'll try to get his observations on, the Paula Corbin-Jones thing.
Sure. Peyronie's disease.
The Peyronie's disease, the campaign finance hearings, the Stones concert. Anything Mr. Geist wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that we've sort of rediscovered him, he's sort of lost on the Sunday morning program with Charles Osdork.
Yeah.
And, one more video of a babbling brook and somebody's going down.
We leave you here this morning.
And
Yeah,
the
come
babbling
on.
to the deer sucking the water. And so that's what that's all about. Right, Fred?
Not on the internet. He just called me on the phone a couple months ago.
Okay. My brother's appearing here on the Imus Morning program as a result of the sponsorship provided by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. I ordered one of them 5.9 Grand Cherokees yesterday, Fred.
It won't do it in 5.9.
7.2.
Yeah.
How about if I put a supercharger on it?
Well, you have to change the exhaust system too. There's a few things you have to do to it if you want to. But yeah, I mean, why did you get one?
Because I wanted one.
Another one to sit in your driveway?
Because it's there.
Because
Along
I
with
want
the
to.
other one?
No, because I want to go from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do for you.
All right.
You get that Jeep and tell me where it is, and I'll send it over to Briani Racing there, and I think they're near White Plains.
Yeah.
And change the exhaust and the cam, and put a supercharger on it, and that thing will do. It'll probably knock a second off of it.
I want it to go 700 miles an hour.
And I want you to be in it at 700 miles an hour, and I want to be a brick wall in front of it.
So,
hey, Deidre used a line in that clip she used at your wedding.
What was that?
Where's the money? No, where is the money?
You're an idiot.
Where's the money?
Well,
I'm looking at the books I bought. None of them are by Random House.
They aren't?
How about that Lori Morgan book and Doris Kearns Goodwin?
Right, well.
They're not on Random House. I don't think you get locked into picking a publisher. I think you got to pick the best book.
Well, the publisher bought the time, so I'm required to select a Random House book, which I'm going to make an effort to do. But
I don't think you can prostitute yourself.
Well, I'm not prostituting myself. I'm not. I'm.
I think you lose credibility.
How am I losing credibility?
Just
if Random House is bound to have a book a week that I'm going to like. Don't you think?
It's a huge publishing concern.
I would think. I would think they probably would. Yeah.
Like
now, whether it's the best book out there, we don't know.
Well, that's not the point. We already understand that. It's the best Random House book.
Oh man. Okay.
Two Guys, Four Corners, Fred, is published by Random House. Were you aware of that? Our book.
Well, I think you're doing a wonderful thing because most of the books that I see by Random House are all bestsellers. So how could you go wrong by picking one of their books?
I was already talking about the biography of Whittaker Chambers this morning before I even realized that it was a Random House book. There
you go.
Yeah, I heard you. I knew you didn't realize that.
So, don't know, this will work out fine. And if there are no books that I like, then that'll be a week that there won't be any books I like. So,
okay.
it is 17 after the hour. My brother is appearing Well, because the Jeep people, the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle people, you're supposed to make football selections. Are you into the World Series at all?
Yes, I am. Indians in 7.
Oh, okay. The Indians in 7. We hope so, because we hate the fish.
Actually, it's going to be a great series because they're pretty evenly matched teams. It's probably be the best series of any two teams that they could be in it. That's probably why they're in it.
I don't know.
They're better than the other teams.
I know, but I'm so into the Indians. I mean, as much as I am into the Indians winning, it has a lot to do with how much I hate the Florida Marlins. But,
Although I do like the manager of the Marlins.
well, he's okay, but Jim
I
Leyland,
like him.
he's all right. What are your football picks this week?
All right, hold on a second.
Oh, here we go. You'd think that he would call us
and be ready.
and be
I am
ready.
ready. I'm ready, chump face.
Well, you bald-headed, toothless old goober.
I have my teeth and plenty of hair.
Okay, what are they? Now, hurry up. We don't have a lot of time here.
Dallas over Jacksonville.
Okay.
New England over the Jets.
Right. Well, no. Why are you picking New England over the Jets?
Because they're going to win.
All right.
Philadelphia over Arizona.
Okay.
Washington over Tennessee.
Well, that's easy.
Raiders over Denver.
Raiders over Denver?
Yeah.
Idiotic pick.
Stupid.
Stupid pick.
Baltimore over Miami.
Maybe.
Detroit over the Giants.
Could be.
This could be the week, man. I get them all right.
The Raiders will never beat Denver.
That is a stupid.
That's an idiotic pick.
You want to think about that?
You ought to rethink that.
Yeah.
I don't want to rethink that. It's in Oakland.
But it doesn't make any difference where it's going to be.
Yeah, it makes a lot of difference with Denver. They don't play too good when they get out of Denver.
Do you know anything about that, Charles?
No, I don't, man. And I think they could play that in the street. Wouldn't make any difference.
It's 19 after the hour. My brother, who looks more like Keith Richards than I do, by the way.
Yeah.
No, you look exactly like Keith Richards.
Yeah, and you look like, what does he look like, Charles?
Willie Nelson's father.
You look like Willie Nelson's dad. That's exactly right. Here's Scott Minnie live now from Giant Stadium covering the Rolling Stones concert for us. They were there last night, and they'll be there again tonight. Good morning, Mr. Minnie.
Donald, I'm still here in the parking lot at Giant Stadium where last night the Stones, Bridges to Babylon tour, rocked 80,000 fans, every one of them thinking the same thing. This could be the last time, maybe the last time, I don't know. And if Mick Jagger doesn't start taking better care of himself, it will. He looks like Kate Moss's grandmother. Jesus, you're a millionaire for crying out loud. Buy yourself a sandwich.
Well,
the lights went down. The first notes of satisfaction rang out. Mick hit the stage. For a second, I thought he was the kid on the cover of George Harrison's Bangladesh album. But the most distressing part of the evening, apart from watching a bunch of skinny, middle-aged white guys dancing around on stage, was watching all the fat, middle-aged white guys dancing around in the audience. I came here looking for memories of past Stones shows. Last night reminded me of Altamont, because when the Stones started to play Gimme Shelter, I wanted to stab one of those fat bastards in the crowd. However, the evening went by without any violent incidents, other than an unfortunate one in the WFAN skybox when Imus in the Morning's resident comedian Rob Bartlett attacked the suite attendant for not bringing the hot dog trays fast enough. Jumbo and the Jumbettes, by the way, will be appearing at the Forum Theater in Metuchen, New Jersey tomorrow night. Tickets are... Whoa, hang on a second. Dono, I think I see coming out of the post-show party now, the man himself, Mick Jagger. Mick, No, my mistake. It's just a rhesus monkey. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been up for 36 hours straight, but I'm going to pop a few more bennies because it's less than 12 hours till the Stones rock the house again tonight. Bridges to Babylon, live from Giant Stadium. Scott Murray, Imus in the Morning News.
It is 21 minutes past the hour. Are you into the Stones, Fred?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Here's the problem. We have people my brother's age.
Because Fred could be in the band. That's why he's in.
Absolutely. You could be in the band. My brother's actually a pretty good guitar player.
Yeah. Cool. The Stones are the only group could pull this off.
Well,
can go around the country and fill up, or go around the world for that matter, and fill up these huge arenas.
Here's what neither Lou nor I understand: is we have an audience full of fat white yuppies.
Really fat.
Really fat white 40-year-old yuppies who stand up and give each other high fives whenever the Stones
do a song
that they recognize, that they know.
Well, I think that
They hear that from "Start Me Up," and they immediately give each other a high five.
Yeah, man! Oh, this is great!
I mean,
it's a nostalgia thing. I don't know.
But what am I missing something?
Yeah, you are missing something.
I am?
Explain.
Yeah, because I think it's great for people to get enthusiastic about something.
Well, all right.
And what better to get enthusiastic about than the Rolling Stones?
How about when you hang up?
Yeah, how about when you hang up and get enthusiastic about that? Why are you attacking my brother, Lou?
No, I love Fred.
Yeah, okay.
He's my man.
All right, Fred.
You there?
Fred.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
I thought he did.
I love you, and
I love you.
It's like one of the Stones. He fell asleep.
Did you like the lighter my wife sent you?
Yes, I did.
My wife, for some reason, nobody understands why, bought my brother a cig. There's nobody opposed to smoking more than Deirdre. No one. But nevertheless, that shows that she's a reasonable person, rational person. She bought Fred an antique, not an antique, but close to, a vintage Zippo cigarette lighter that someone was carrying around in Vietnam.
It's an enabler.
I actually got it to work.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And
I used to have a Zippo lighter. They used to be a big deal.
Sure.
Before they had these yuppie things that you...
Big deals, yeah.
These big deals,
Well, now you have...
Now I have a real man's lighter. It's
Right.
Zippo.
Yeah.
I feel more manly carrying it around.
That Deirdre bought him.
Yeah.
But as she wrote him a note, she explained, it's kind of a family joke now. She can't remember why she bought it for him.
Set himself on fire.
And wasn't even, she said, I know he's my brother-in-law and I love him, but I don't know why else I got it. Right?
Why she loves me or why I'm her brother-in-law?
I think probably both.
Strictly high
His disease. Some people call it sling blade weenie. I call it Peyronie's disease. Regular Peters is usually like an axe handle. Narrow at one end, dull at the other, though some got's a little nub at the end of it. Them Jewish fellers got them deals what looks like little beanies. I reckon the reason they got them is make the little head look just like the big one. They wear them yarmulkes on their noggins, so I reckon that's why Jewish boys, when they're little babies, go to this Moyle feller, so they's can get a beanie on their winnie.
Fine.
Some people call it a circumcision. Jewish fellers call it a bris. I call it somebody taking a Kaiser blade and whacking off a piece of your Peter. Which sound to me a whole lot worse than that Peyronie deal. Though I reckon it could be a mighty inconvenient for you if you got a pecker what ain't a pointing in the same direction as you're pointing. Especially when you're having your way with a woman. She'd have to stand in the next room.
Fine, Carl.
I guess it wouldn't be so bad if a curving like that gave it special powers. Like a divining rod.
Yeah.
It'd be good if the president could use his Peyronie baloney to find precious minerals with it, or water. He could make himself a little extra money, which he's probably gonna need once this Paula Jones finally gets him into court. Thing about it is, his divining rod don't point him towards precious minerals, but it does seem like it always ends up finding him in hot water.
Billy Bob here in the I'm Swaying program. Billy Bob going with us to Bangor, Maine tomorrow. Charles.
Oh, great. I love it.
My brother, Fred Imus. Good morning, Mr. Imus.
What's happening with I-Man?
My brother is appearing here on behalf of your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers. So,
what's going on?
Nothing. Charles and I are doing the news.
Nothing now.
Charles is doing the news. Leave my brother alone, Bernard.
Sleep time.
Yeah. Snooze time. Here, yet another appearance, my brother's, in which she has prepared nothing. So, go ahead, Charles. What, Fred?
I pick games. That's my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not here to analyze things
And you
politically.
picked 7 games, you had 4 of them wrong. So go ahead on behalf of your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. And my brother makes football picks and other things. And didn't do very well this week, did you, Fred?
Well, I didn't do very well because I spent too much time looking at film on the Raiders in Denver. And so I'm like the kid that brought the report card home, He had 4 F's and a D.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man says, well, it looks like you've been spending too much time on one subject. Well, that's what I did with the Raiders in Denver, talking to the coaches and the players and looking at film. and I overlooked a lot of the other games. But I did pick the Raiders to beat Denver.
Yeah, and they luckily held on and won by 3 points.
They were beating them like a mule.
And you picked Detroit to beat the Giants, and that didn't happen, did it?
No, that's one of the games I overlooked. I didn't get to film in time on those two teams.
So you picked Dallas to beat Jacksonville. That did happen. You, like a fool, and I warned you about this one, picked the New England Patriots to beat the Jets, and that didn't happen, did it?
No, it didn't happen. I couldn't get a hold of Parcells and talk to him about that.
Well, what do you think the coach would have told you, Fred?
Well, I think he would have told me to pick the Jets.
Oh, okay.
We told you to hang up.
My brother did pick the Eagles.
Yes, and also he told me to hang up.
My brother picked the Eagles over Arizona. That game, I think, went into overtime.
Yeah, Arizona's about 2 players away from being a great team.
And Tennessee, for some inexplicable reason, beat the Washington Redskins by 2.
I mean, how do you figure that? I mean, if you can't beat Tennessee, then you should the players should be looking for other jobs today.
Yeah. So, and my brother picked Baltimore to defeat Miami. What happened there, Fred?
Well, if it had
what?
Baltimore in 20 points, you'd have still lost.
Yeah. So it's
or whatever it was.
So so for this week, you had 3 right and 4 wrong.
Yeah, but I picked a big game. You know, like you told me how foolish I was that the Raiders were going to beat Denver.
Yeah.
And so that right away made me focus on that game and overlook the others.
But doesn't it sound like just another
And
lame?
I said, when you started making a fool of me, I said, well, let me look at this game. Let me look at some more film, you know.
You got to be working for the White House.
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly.
spin.
You sound like another Clinton butt boy trying to explain those tapes and stuff. 17 after the hour here in the Imus.
Suddenly it's your fault. It's the I-Man's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your fault.
That's good.
It's your fault that I didn't pick these games right.
So what is new in your life, Fred? Anything?
The sore?
No, it's just I have a fairly boring life, you know.
Oh.
I'm going to ride them horses and feed the dogs and go to work and water the trees.
When will the big new Auto Body Express store be open?
I'm thinking, in fact, we're going to start moving the warehouse part Friday, this coming Friday.
Right.
And then, because we're concentrating on that part of the renovation.
Right.
So as we can get the operation going.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the store will be open sometime in December.
I'm very excited. A big new location for the Auto Body Express at 519 Cerrillos Road.
Right across the street from the Hotel Santa Fe. By the way, the Hotel Santa Fe is the only hotel in Santa Fe owned by Native Americans.
Really?
So that would be a good place to stay, you know, if you want to put something back. So.
What?
Put something back.
Put something
Well,
back.
What, did I take a towel or something? What are you talking about?
Sounds like reverse discrimination to me there.
Yeah.
Put the towels back that you stole from El Dorado, you know. Take them over to the Hotel Santa Fe. Like, you know, the whole suitcase of El Dorado towels you have, you know. And every time you stay here, I miss towels, you know.
It's 19.
Every time you leave, I got to go out and buy a bunch of new towels.
Well, go down to the hotel. Take theirs.
Believe me, I'm not
Stay there.
stealing any towels from you. Brother uses those towels for diapers on his blow-up dolls.
You mean those gray towels? No, they're not gray. They're white. Oh, I see.
All right, I love you, Fred. I'll call you later.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
19 after the hour here on the Imus Morning Program. Fred appears bad for your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
I love you, man.
I just, shut up. I just ordered one of those new 5.9 limited Jeeps.
Man, how hot is
No
that?
kidding.
0 to... The show really sucks today.
What's that
doesn't
sucker setting you back?
Pardon me?
What's that sucker setting you back? That 5.9, baby.
I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you know the deal. I mean, sure. I mean, you know what the deal is.
Yes, I know what the deal is.
Well, I just was curious what it was setting you back. What was the damage here, I-Man?
Well, we haven't been able to determine that yet.
Ah, I see.
I don't think it'll be all that much, frankly. Do you?
Probably it'll be a good deal.
I think it'll be a great deal. I think, in fact, if you could go to your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer and get the same deal.
Yes, what?
We could put the Chrysler Corporation out of business here in about a week.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Happy birthday, by the way, to Jesse Jackson today.
Happy birthday.
Reverend Jackson.
Okay, down the
Doing a shout out from Jaime Town to you, Jesse.
I am somebody. It is my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
That's the issue.
Men's to Mesa, and the Indians have done it. They beat Kevin Brown. They beat Florida. They're even in the series, one game apiece. The final score, Cleveland 6, Florida 1.
A quiet night for Marlin fans. Vince Scully, Fordham grad, with the call. Good morning. Mike Breen, Fordham grad, with sports. The Indians beat the Marlins 6-1, leaving Florida manager Jim Leland to say,
We had a chance, one more big hit. Or one big hit, could have given us a chance.
What game was he watching? 6-1, one more hit.
One more inning.
There's no such thing as a 7-run home run.
5 more minutes.
Just got walking pneumonia again.
Well,
series is tied at 1. Series was set to move back to Cleveland for the next 3 games, but the Indians have been sold, so games 3, 4, and 5 will be played in Baltimore. NFL from yesterday.
God, it's just there just isn't a dumber person.
Denver Broncos lose. I think you can find one. First team this season. Raiders beat them in Oakland 28-25. Quarterback John Elway was asked, what now?
Just continue to take them one at a time.
Always a good plan. Broncos will bounce back, no doubt. Another exciting game. Jets topping the Patriots 24-19 at the Meadowlands. Bold move from Bill Parcells. At halftime, he changed quarterbacks. Neil O'Donnell out, Glenn Foley in. Foley was great. Jets win. So who starts next game, Coach Parcells?
Don't start that. I'll decide what we're going to do.
End of quarterback controversy.
Why can't you ask him? Now, that's a question. Why can't you ask him?
That is a legitimate
Now,
question.
see, that's an example of the coach copping an attitude.
Yeah.
When is the coach going to be here?
Soon.
Well, we'll straighten him out.
Sure.
Yeah. I can understand not wanting to answer questions, or are you trying to send a message to the league? That's a stupid question. But who's going to start next time? What's wrong with that?
After this, sure.
Perhaps a guy comes in, he has those 14 successive completions.
Don't hold a press conference if you don't answer, Tubbo.
I don't understand that.
Well, probably his mindset is the game's not for 2 weeks. They're off next week, so he's not even thought about the answer yet.
Of course he has.
And there was a better way to frame a reply, even if you didn't want to answer it.
Say, well, yes.
Don't start
that. I'm just saying I haven't decided.
Hey, start this, Coach. Huh?
Answer the question, Tubbo.
He was also asked, why did he make the change at halftime?
You got to do something. It can't stay the same. That's what I always tell the players. It can't stay the same. You can't just live with it till Monday and then make a decision in your office.
There you go. That's why he's Bill Parcells.
Okay, that's fine.
The team is 5-3. Last year they won 1 game, and they have essentially the same players this year.
Correct.
So,
what's the difference?
Well,
one thing.
Yep.
The big tuna.
The big tuna.
There you go. It was not a game, however, without controversy. Patriots driving for the winning touchdown, 4th down pass.
No. They weren't driving for anything. But go ahead.
Can I finish one sentence?
Yes, go ahead.
4th down pass ruled incomplete. Receiver Sean Jefferson felt he caught it. What did the officials say to him about the call?
I don't know what he said because I was too busy cursing his ass out for a gutless call like that. That was gutless. And he's walking off. I talked to him all the way off the field. I was screaming and stuff to the top of my voice at him, and he was just with his head down. He knew he had up the call.
Good thing he didn't have a knife on him.
Well, the pass was complete. So,
Eagle Eye Imus here. The pass. How could you see it on that replay?
Well, because it was clear.
Inconclusive.
It was not inconclusive. The panty-wearing football announcer, who happened to be you, declared it inconclusive, but it wasn't at all. It was clear that he caught the ball.
I wanted to give the official the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, of course you did. You're,
That's right. Lace legs.
Yeah, exactly.
He's doing his best.
He wasn't doing anything. So,
perhaps.
But that doesn't mean that the Patriots would have scored. They probably wouldn't have. I mean. Well, who knows? But they didn't get a chance, did they?
No,
they didn't. Victory.
But I didn't get the impression watching that game that the Jets were going to lose. I just didn't. I never had that feeling. So I just had the feeling they were going to win.
They obviously felt your confidence.
Yeah, well.
Going through them.
Whatever.
Big game tonight. Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
The 0-6 Colts against the Bills.
I mean, why would you? Oh, God.
You wouldn't.
How would you like to be ABC and have that for your Monday Night Football game? God almighty.
I want to grow up to be just like Jesus and never have to work. Just travel around from town to town, wherever evil lurks. Cross the Holy Land with rod in hand and sandals on my feet. But I'll stop a while and I'll share a smile with everyone I meet.
Imus in the morning.
Well, there's a front page story in the New York Times this morning that once AT&T names their new leader, which they have this morning, Michael Armstrong from Hughes Electronics, that climbing back to the top was going to be a tough one. So,
where he was slammed, no, he wasn't slammed up against the wall, but he was frisked, body frisked, and his luggage searched. A random deal. Senator D'Amato said, well, wait a minute. Took out his Senate ID, didn't make any difference. They said, no, you, Baldy, in the room, spread them. Also conversant on the topic of police searches and chases, O.J. Simpson, who, like Patsy Ramsey, seems to have a habit of dialing up television programs, as he did recently. O.J. called the Court TV program.
What has Patsy Ramsey done? Something I missed?
Apparently so, man.
All right, go ahead.
Has called a couple of stations, talk shows. O.J. called Court TV to discuss how he has been following another first-degree murder trial, that of 19-year-old British nanny.
Why isn't he tracking down these killers?
Well, this is perhaps, maybe he thought he was on the trail here.
Oh, okay.
This 19-year-old British nanny, Louise Woodward, who's accused of killing a baby boy in Massachusetts. O.J. says he's following the case because of his own former lawyer, Barry Scheck's involvement.
Watched this trial because of Barry's involvement, and it is boring. And
Not on this program.
It's okay. We don't need that.
No, we hate him.
Goodbye.
And he killed his wife and he murdered that kid. And
that's it.
Just not interested.
Not interested.
What does Patsy Ramsey do? She calls these shows?
I think she has called one or two and she does. Weighed in, yeah. This is a while back. So.
Well, I was getting geared up for the post-game show on CNBC last night from the World Series, and noticed that Geraldo Rivera was out in L.A. with Marcia Clark.
Oh.
I just don't get any of that. Do you?
I don't know what he was doing.
Guys having such a hard time locating this guy. Why don't they just call Tom Brokaw? He did a good job finding that Charlie Tree.
Maybe he could find the people who killed your wife and Ron Goldman.
Well, we don't want to get into that, do we?
Probably not, O.J., no.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
You know what I'm very proud of?
What's that?
The constraint these other fashion designers are showing after the tragedy, especially that Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
He usually go out of his way to be controversial. I thought after the Versace murder, the new Calvin commercials would all have them heroin models in the bloodstained shirts going, nothing come between me and my Calvins except bullets.
98.1 The Peak. WPEK.
It never fails. You bought a...
This is O.J. I figure I'll call into all these TV shows. I might as well call in the one that actually gets some ratings.
Yeah.
I think I finally found the real killer.
Really?
Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, without me, that boy have no career. He'd still be looking around at Al Capone's vault.
Well.
You see him with Marcia Clark the other day?
Yes, I did.
She on there laughing like a schoolgirl, batting her eyes at him. She ain't a pretty good move for somebody who lost the trial of the century.
Well.
All that evidence she had at her fingertips, she still couldn't convict me. You could have got one of them matchbook cover lawyers, could have got a guilty verdict. She hadn't spent so much time playing footsie with that Oreo Chris Darden, things would have been very different. Hey, Marcia, know where I am? Not in jail, that's where. Why she on Geraldo? He want to get a date with her or something?
I don't know, O.J.
Ain't that hard, Jerry? You don't need to have her on as a guest. Just show her a sales receipt for that book she wrote and she go to bed with you.
O.J. Simpson here on the Imus in the Morning program. Okay. During New York City rock and roll DJ Scott Muni. Scotzo.
That was Mick and the Boys with Sister Morphine, of which I wish I had a syringe full, because in the aftermath of seeing the Bridges to Babylon show live and in person, the only phrase that's ringing through my brain right now is, what a drag it is getting old. Don't get me wrong, Jagger actually looked great. But when you think about it, how hard a life does he really have?
He looks great.
It ain't like he's shoveling coal.
What the
are you trying to kid? What do you mean he looked great?
He's had about 400 plastic surgery operations.
He looked like a f***ing arthritic monkey.
Well, how hard a life does he really have? It ain't like he's shoveling coal in a boiler room somewhere. He's taking a private jet to work, wiggling his ass for 2 hours, and before he even cracks a sweat, he's back in the limo with a glass of Dom Perignon and a supermodel on his way to the bank to cash the check so he can buy some more collagen injections. But even Keith Richards didn't appear to have the same beef jerky complexion that I remembered. Matter of fact, the only skin problem at the concert was mine, and it was crawling from watching the fat white people dancing in the aisles to Brown Sugar. God, was that depressing. There is nothing worse than listening to some fat 60-year-old investment banker going, woo, as the bongo riff starts off Sympathy for the Devil. Remember the sensation you got back in '68 when your father bought a Nehru jacket and a pair of bell-bottoms and then tried to do the frug at your cousin's wedding? Not even close to the embarrassment I witnessed. Adults should not behave like that in public. I mean, if you want to prance around in your underwear singing Little Queenie in the privacy of your own home, that's fine. So long as it's not a pair of pink panties and you're not singing it to some guy with a big penis named Al. But don't do it in the mezzanine of a festival crowd.
Yes.
I know the prevailing mood of the evening was, why should I act my age? The guys on stage aren't acting theirs. Yeah, well, they're also not fat 60-year-old investment bankers either. They're rock stars. And although they're close to 60, they're doing what it is they do. And just as they'd look stupid in a suit and tie.
That's enough.
What happened?
Well, it just went on just long enough. He made his point.
Okay.
And then we start preaching here. And it's just, and the thing that concerns me is I'm back there in the production studio when this is all going on. Just nodding out, I guess. Well, we never get back there until 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time. And by then, I'm so irritable and, tired.
Yeah.
And the worst time for me is 10 to 10:30. That's the worst time.
Is that the roughest spot in the morning? Okay.
Well, 10:15 to...
Well, there's just a very small
window there.
Window of
and then,
acidity.
Yeah, and then, I get around 1 o'clock and it's downhill.
You mellow?
No, I'm irritable then.
Oh, you're irritable again.
Yeah, irritable again.
Well, there are peaks and valleys.
There's many peaks and valleys. And he's back there going on and on about, the Stones, and I just...
Well, it's something that need to be said.
Well, I guess. But
sure.
I guess his point is they put 80,000 people in there, however they did it. And apparently most of them had a good time. Maybe they all did.
I gather that they did.
They're happy they went, and
yeah,
I guess they would go again. So I don't know if we're ever going to do this again. But we're at a point now where, it's already...
It's enough, isn't it?
Well, I would think it would be, but
sure
but maybe I don't get it, so... What are you doing?
I'm looking for the Boston Globe, something I wanted to see there for you.
What is it? Something you want to show me in the Boston Globe?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if it was in.
Well,
don't worry about it.
Why don't you go back in the office and just read?
Well,
I'll just talk to myself
here. How about if I come over there?
Well, you're not going to... What would you do when you got over here?
Stomp that other remaining lung into something that resembles a pile of
You're not going to do anything.
I just
Well, what are you looking for?
Don't worry about it.
Well, no, but I'm here trying to talk to you, and you're reading the paper.
I'm talking with you every freaking word of the way.
But it's annoying that I'm trying to talk to you, and you're
looking for something with the Stones.
Why wouldn't you just say that?
I can't find it because I can't find it.
Good.
Because of your irritability. I see we're getting closer to 10 o'clock.
Line 3, Lou. Mike from Bangor, Maine. Good morning, Mike.
Mike had to leave, but this is his wife, Jill.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Where did Mike go?
Well, he had to go open the taco shack.
The what?
The taco shack. We have a Mexican restaurant here in Bangor.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we do.
What is it called?
Taco Shack. Like Radio Shack?
Yes, I get it. And you hear how nasty I am with her already?
Yep.
Already just irritable.
Yep.
What do you want?
Well, we're the only Mexican restaurant, as far as I know, in Maine that sells Fred's hot stuff.
Right.
And we tried to get into your show, but it was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to know, is there any way we can get in and bring you some food?
No.
Sneak in.
Charles and I what's the name of your place?
Taco Shack.
Charles and I may stop by there on the way from the airport today.
Today?
Yeah, where are you located?
40 Broadway.
40 Broadway in Bangor, Maine?
Yes,
Is that the main drag there or something?
pretty much, yeah.
It either is or it isn't.
It's in a very visible place. A lot of traffic goes through there.
Oh, it is.
Yes. It's a very small place. It's not a big restaurant.
Is it a takeout joint or
Pretty much a takeout. We just have a few seats in there.
save 2 for Charles and me?
About what time? In the afternoon?
Sometime between 2 and 2:30.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
Terrific.
we'll see you then.
We love your show. Thanks a lot.
Stop sucking up to me.
Wear something tight.
What?
Wear something tight. And all right.
22 till 21 till the hour. So Chuck and I'll be at the Taco Shack between 2 and 2:30 today.
Picking up our order.
Picking up our order, yeah.
Oh, man.
Can you get a free ticket? It's sold out.
What do you think?
Well, what are you, nuts?
Imus in the morning.
I've worked at.
People, generally, most people dislike me when they just hear about me.
Well, it's just
And then when they meet me, that's confirmed.
Yeah,
So.
it's a natural reaction. Yeah.
Just
Squared.
yeah. What a jerk.
Just a reflex.
Yeah, what a weasel. You're talking about me being a weasel, you bald-headed Nazi. You say these horrible things about people, and then you hide behind me, don't you? Don't you? Answer me. Don't you? Don't you?
That's not true.
Yes, of course it is. You say horrible things, and then you just, look at me.
Well, I'm not hiding. I say them in,
Right there.
right here.
Sure.
Well,
Ready to take the bullet, yo.
notice how quickly I gave him up, though.
Yeah, I did.
All right, here now on the Imus Morning program. You all who are here and have been here all morning, we know what we're going to do now, don't we? Okay, here now, blind Mississippi white boy Pig Feast Dupree.
Morning, boy.
Good morning, Feast.
Shut up.
Don't tell the people to shut up, blind.
I got a blues song for you today about that Paul Bunyan statue.
Call the Paul Bunyan Blues.
That's right.
Why don't we get right to it?
I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Well, we's up and down East New England for an early morning moron matinee. On Bangor's oldest station, Magic 95.7 WWMJ. But when they made a little request, Madam Mayor, she refused. Now we got them way north of the equator, lobster and potato, lowest common denominator. Paul Bunyan ain't got no Imus t-shirt blue. Oh, Paul, he a Bangor landmark, standing there without his big blue ox. Cause Mayor Blanchett made a remark about the Imus show not being orthodox. And by that she mean non-traditional, cause Maine don't have too many Jews. Still we got them stuck inside the pine tree state. I ain't gonna denigrate the way the mayor pontificate about how he is to deviate. That's why Paul Bunyan ain't got no Imus t-shirt blue. You know that Bangor, Maine, it be the home of Stephen King. But the I-Man much more scary than Carrie Cujo or Christine. Now in Maine, the Penobscot River empty out into Penobscot Bay. And them Bangor folks say, hey, when you ask them if they having a nice day, as they crumble chowder crackers into their lobster stew. But the mayor, she just being mean. I'm rude but not obscene. Paul Bunyan's between them evergreens and a pair of dungaree blue jeans and a coat he bought from LL Bean. But he still got them no Imus t-shirt blue.
Blind Mr. White Boy Pig Feed Dupree.